The ism that I'm dealing with for this exhibit is racism, sexism, and colorism. Something that I, as a black woman in America, well, as a black woman in the world, deal with all the time. But even more challenging, it's something that my daughter deals with, something I do not wish for her. It's particularly challenging, I think, now for younger women like my daughter, who, when they go into a club, hear music that calls them by anything but their name, that seems to be an advocate for their rape and their use. I was watching a video that she pointed me to. You don't even know it, and the women were called everything but women, and the only thing that was spoken of with respect were the cars and the money, and the shoes, but not the women. And it reminded me so much of our experience during enslavement, where we were not called human, we were not called women, we weren't considered deserving of any type of respect. And as I look at images of black women in the media, it reminds me so much of the exploitation of black women during enslavement, of Sarah Bartman, also known as the Hottentot Venus's experience, being used and abused, poked and prodded, where her behind was more important than her face, than her mind, than her spirit. And I wanted to create a work of art that addressed that ism, but in a solution-based way, because I have to get out of bed in the morning. Early one morning, about 2 or 3, I woke up with the words of Maya Angelou in my mind. I rise, I rise, I rise. And that is what I want for my daughter. That is what I want for every woman of color in the world. That's what I want for every woman in the world, but particularly for those of us who have been objectified by our race, by our skin, by the tone of our skin. I want to say, we can rise over this. And I was looking for images of sacred black womanhood to use in this artwork. And then I realized all I had to do was to look in the face of my daughter or in my own mirror. You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may tread me in the very dirt, but still, like dust, I'll rise. I'll rise. I rise. I rise.